Hey everyone, welcome back to another episode of Exploring CA Profiles. So today we have CA Simran Sharma with us. So as you all know, just now result have came and so many newly chartered accountants are getting vacancies from SAP consultancy and just now campus placement are also going to take place. Today we will know that what SAP consulting is as a chartered accountant, what is our role in this profile, how is the growth, scope, increment, work-life balance, and what are the interview questions which will be asked by a CA fresher in this profiles, and what are the skills one need to follow. To all those people who want to go for SAP consulting, this video is going to be very, very useful. So without any waste of time, let's get started. So first of all, Simran, I just want your brief introduction. How much experience do you have, and when did you qualify your CA attempt?
Thank you, Kavita, for inviting me. I am CA Simran Sharma and I cleared my CA in November 19. So it's been more than 3 years. I'm working with Infosys as a SAP consultant.
Okay, Simran. So my next question to you is like, what is the job description and what kind of work is in SAP consulting?
So first, whenever we talk about SAP consultant, I believe none of us as a fresher have any idea. So one of the major position which these IT companies offer is SAP consultancy. And basically, SAP we all know is an ERP softwares which are used by the major companies. Like all the big companies, they are using some sort of IT or ERP software to manage their books of accounts, to manage their materials, to manage everything. So SAP covers everything, and nowadays the IT dominant industry. Nowadays, every major company, they have their books of accounts, or they have their books maintained on cloud, on softwares, on ECC. So SAP fills all that gap, and it provides the opportunities to provide opportunity for the company to compile their records and prepare a consolidated reports at the end of the year.
Yeah, so basically SAP is an ERP which handles all your finance processes.
Yes.
So in summary, we can say that. Okay, so what is your role as a SAP consultant in your company?
Being an SAP consultant with the finance domain, there are three type of projects or three opportunities which we can get. First being the implementation project, second being the support project, and third being the roll-up. And if I briefly introduce all these, implementation is one when a company which is working on different sort of ERP and decides to go for SAP. So they start their implementation from the scratch, or there are different types of modules or different functionalities which being introduced. So whenever any company decides to switch, they go for implementation. Implementation basically means from scratch they are implementing as per the standard functionalities which are provided, and also which are customizable and required by the company. So that is the implementation. Second being the rollouts. Rollouts is the short form of the implementation. For example, specific modules, like for example, we have the cash flow, we have the accounts payable, we have general ledger, we have central finance, central payables. So whenever company decides to go switch just to one module to the new form, like for example, before that there was LAN connectivity to maintain all these server. Now it's being on cloud. So whenever company decides to go for upgrade, or go for moving in phases, they go for the migration or they go for the rollout projects. And a support project normally comes when the company is well established. They have been using SAP from a quite long time. They have implemented, and they need the SAP consultant to solve their day-to-day errors, or they need to customization. They need any upgrade which will be helping their daily operations. That's where the support comes in.
Okay, so basically these are the three type of projects in SAP consulting. I hope all of you have understood. So now, as a chartered accountant, what is our role in these projects?
Okay. Being a CA, working in the consultancy domain, we have to face client-facing roles. Starting with any kind of projects which we are handling, we are the first point of contact for the clients, understanding their requirements, providing them knowledge. For example, being the chartered accountant, we know that what should be the end results, like what should be the accounting entry over there, what should be the consolidated reports which people are looking. For example, they are looking for the trial balance, or they are looking for the reports to manage their accounts payable, account receivable, their aging, the dunning, everything. So that sort of things, the client comes with the requirement that this is what they require. this is what they require, and we provide them consultancy what can be done in SAP, how we can use the standard functionality of the SAP to provide the end results, or how we can customize that from our scratch with our knowledge and provide that results to the users. So being a chartered accountant, that we get that exposure to connect with the client and provide them with all the financial background knowledge which we have, and to compile it with the SAP ERP.
So what I have understood is like to perform well in this profile, you must have a knowledge of finance processes, like how the business process works, what is the finance process, and second thing is you should be well versed with the SAP because you should know what functionality it is providing because that's how we solve the requirements of the client. So my next question is, how is the growth once you have come into this profile? Then, as in monetary terms or in non-monetary terms, how is the growth, scope, increment, or hike in this profile?
When I joined Infosys, I was very skeptical about switching to IT industry, considering that okay, after this I'll get the opportunities in IT only, and I don't know how well I will be able to do because I'm just moving my domain from traditional CA practices to the IT dominant role. But after a while, I have like a lot of chartered accountants are working in this profile with the being the SAP financial consultant, costing consultants, SAP central payables consultant. So we have a lot of growth because any of the IT company which you will see in the campus placements, they come with the IT dominant roles, like be it SAP, Oracle, or any other software which they are using. So you will be trained. So first you have training. It depends on the like personal growth if you are interested. So opportunities are very good, even though the chances of going abroad or on site becomes very high in this profile as compared to the traditional CA which we are doing. So if you are someone who is like who has interest in IT and who has the who have interest in going on site, this can be the one.
Thank you so much. But what is the increment percentage one can expect? And like if you switch in some other industry, like in the same profile but in other industry, then how much hike you can expect?
Okay, so considering the increment purpose, it depends, like it is the because it is the standard industry, so it depends 8 to 10%, and also it depends on the project, like what company you are, how company performed in your last year, and how is your personal development, how well you performed, what are your ratings. So these standard we can say 8 to 10%, but you can get more if considering all the other factors. And considering the hike when we switch, so it depends. Like I would suggest to switch after 2 years from the first company, because once you get trained, you get some on-on experience. So after that, the hike percentage can be 40 to 50%.
Okay, so that's good. So my next question is, how is the work-life balance? Because that is the main concern of many people. So how is the work-life balance in this profile?
Work-life balance is quite good because still now I have completed more than 3 years and I have never worked on a Saturdays. Okay, and like even though at time of year ends it might be possible just one day if it comes on holiday. That's the extreme of it. So quite work-life balance is quite good. And if you are someone who have to manage your personal and the life, so this is good opportunity.
So my last question is, which is very important. So as a CA fresher, what questions are being asked in this profile? Like what should be the interview questions? What should one prepare for? Which kind of subjects he or she should study for to get into this profile basically?
Okay, considering the fresher, the one thing which company sees is the communication skill, because you are coming in the field of consultancy. You don't have to work in isolation, okay, that you have given and you have to do audit. So one of the basic skill which they see is the communication, that you are able to talk with the client, you are able to convince them, you are able to learn that. That is the first and foremost important thing. Second comes the articleship experience, how you handled work, what kind of opportunities you had, and third is your financial knowledge, like you have good knowledge of the general entries, you have the basic financial knowledge, that is all. Other than that, you don't have to be go deep in any of these subjects, I'll say.
Okay, okay. And one main question which comes from many of the students is like, do you need any prior experience on SAP to get into this profile? Like, is it compulsory to work on SAP in the articleship period or somewhat like that?
No, it's not a compulsion. But if you in your articleship, if you had experience working on any sort of ERP, like for example, we have the one who have done a bank audit, they worked on Finacle CPS, the one who have done the public company audit. So many of them you have used Steady, and also there are SAP and ERP. So you can just say that, okay, I have been working on this front end of the ERP system, but I don't have the whole compulsion, like full knowledge. So that will be fine. So there is no certification, no SAP prior knowledge is required.
Okay, so that's really very good. So one who is coming from like mediocre articleship firms, and if you don't even have SAP knowledge, then also you can get into this profile. So two most important thing you should have, one is communication skills, and second is finance processes knowledge. Okay, so that's all we have. And if you have any kind of doubts, and if you still have any kind of doubts, you can approach her on LinkedIn, or you can comment on this video. She will surely reply on each of your comments. So thank you so much for watching this video till the end, and thank you so much, Simran, for giving this precise knowledge to the audience.
Thank you guys for watching this video. If you like this video, please give a thumbs up and subscribe for more UCA related useful content. Thank you, Kavita. Bye.
Bye.